What's up, guys? Anybody around? Yeah, so I'm just trying to figure out how we're going to do this 3-season room here. This is an old file from the Lake House project. Got the whole thing pretty much designed and mostly built. I've just been slacking on getting the videos up. But yeah, just trying to figure out this whole YouTube thing. Computer's a little slow with everything going on right now, but how's it going, anybody? Anybody in the chat? If you guys got any questions, leave them down below. Hi, Usman. Yeah, that's in the works. What kind of materials are you looking for? Are you looking for mostly steel, concrete, wood? What kind of columns are you interested in? There you go. Put this over here. Still figuring out this whole stream thing. Yeah, there's lots of information on that right now, to be honest. Where are you from, Usman? Yeah, me and Matt are actually looking at doing a collab together. We've been chatting back and forth. I just moved a couple months ago, so hopefully during the winter months. So like for us, winter is usually from December to March. So hopefully during January we'll have time to get together and do finally get these collabs recorded. Oh yeah, that's awesome. How's the weather over there? Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, him and there's also a AF Math and he's from Toronto, so that's near me, and we're hopefully gonna do one together in the near future. It's just again, even Matt too, and the rest of them, we're all pretty busy with work and everything right now. So yeah, I just Tendra, how's it going? How's everything? I was just working on a video and I figured it'd be time to start working together and kind of having a chat. So, anyways, here we are. Do you ever play this game Among Us? It's actually a lot of fun. You guys have any questions for me? Anything you want to talk about? I'm just kind of gonna throw this game on in the background as something to do. I get to see you too. Well, you guys get a lot of snow around here. I have worked with a lot of geotechnical engineers, to be honest, and it's something I'm pretty interested in. But yeah, no, the geotechnical side's super interesting. Um, Thanks. Yeah, no, that was a video that was kind of close to my heart. I figured I might as well get out there and start talking about it. I just feel like not enough engineers are kind of putting themselves out there and having conversations, and that's kind of all I'm trying to really do on this channel is start talking to everybody and kind of getting everybody involved and hopefully help. There's a lot of students that are kind of flooding to the channel, and I think that's good to kind of get everybody involved and hopefully show them that engineering is kind of the profession it's meant to be, which is that's the reason we all went in there. It's supposed to be some kind of a good profession. And I just feel like in the last 10 years it's kind of been the race to the bottom dollar, and the way the economy is going. It's something that I'm seeing again on the business side as well. So yeah. Yeah, I figured we'd try the whole stream thing. I've never done this before, so I'm just trying to figure out how this is going to work. So, um, hey Antoine, how are you? Where are you from? Northern Ontario? Trying to get this game thing going to have something to do in the background. Seems to be the new thing on YouTube is this game. I just can't seem to get it working. Kapuskasing, oh that's a great area. I actually spent quite a bit of time up there. How'd you like U Ottawa? I actually went there for part of my underground as well. So yeah, let me know let me know what you're thinking about. And yeah, Usman, yeah, definitely. If you want to come on the channel, we can have a discussion. Is there anything specific you'd want to talk about? So Anton, when are you finishing your master's degree? Is that something that's wrapping up shortly, or do you have quite a bit more time? Yeah, Jitendra, what kind of foundation system are you going to be using for your water structure? And what area of the world are you located in? 10 viewers. Holy moly. This is crazy. That's a lot more than I thought I was going to get. What kind of stuff are you doing for your thesis? Are you doing like mass timber structures, or is it kind of, yeah? Anyways, yeah. Tell me what you're talking about, and I'll have to kind of know a little bit more about what you're working on. You guys liking so far what I'm doing with the channel? I started out doing a little bit more technical stuff, but I'm trying to build a community around like some of the issues we're seeing on the engineering side and on the business side as well. So yeah, again, any feedback's appreciated. If you like it, if you don't like it, let me know. $250 cubic meter capacity. But steel design for foundation as well. Okay, that's a pretty fairly sized tank. I've designed a few raft slabs, so yeah, it might be the right. Again, it depends on your soil conditions to really have any input on that. That's cool. So like, what kind of like connections for blast resistance? Like, is that kind of to tie into the whole mining thing, or is that mostly for seismic events, or yeah? I guess what's the application of your research there, Antoine? Yeah, I'm trying to figure this whole thing out. Hey, Nigeria. That's quite a way. So I'm from Canada. But that's great. What's your thesis for your master's, Abdul Salam? Uzma, that sounds really exciting. I'd love to talk about it a little more. Yeah, if you want to maybe get on the channel one day, just send me an email here. I'll link you my my email, and we could have a discussion about what you're working on for sure. Oh, blast protection building. I see. I see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's an area I'm totally unfamiliar with. Most of most of my experience is anything 3 stories and smaller. So I'm sure you're familiar with Sudbury being from Cap, so yeah, we don't have anything like that around here. I have used STAAD.Pro in the past. Unfortunately, at our office right now, our main tool is S-Frame. We don't do anything like STAAD's pretty overkill for a lot of the stuff that we do at our office. Again, we're from a small town in Canada, so a lot of the engineering we do is a lot of hand calculations. I know I stress it on my videos, but half the time it's actually faster. Like, I'm faster with hand calculations than I am with opening up the software and getting doing a full analysis going. It's a little bit different from the large projects, but on the smaller stuff, yeah, it's all pretty much just hand calculations. That seems to be the main thing that we're using. Okay, yeah, I've never heard of this company called Lynx, but yeah, definitely let me know. Yeah, I'm sorry for this terrible stream. I'm trying to figure out how to get this up and running. Hopefully this works. Guess we'll see. You guys ever play this game, Among Us? My wife just got me into it and seems to be getting it a lot of popularity around here. There you go. Hey, you guys ever play this game? I figured this would be some good background to the stream. If you guys don't like this, I'll put something else on. I just didn't want you guys to get bored or anything like that. Again, we don't use eTabs or SAP. I have used SAP in the past. It's really overkill for a lot of the work that we do. Like again, a lot of our projects are smaller, and they don't need the level of computation that those programs have. Like again, like I was saying to Antoine earlier, the biggest projects that we do are typically 2 to 3 story structures, and a lot of restoration. So you don't need the big powerful software in restoration. We don't typically need that. Everything's usually done by hand. If you guys want to, I don't know if this is something that's popular. I'm just trying to figure out this game too. So, yeah, I do. Anytime I do connections, how often you prefer checking web buckling or web crippling? Yeah, anytime I do connections, I do that. Oh, I just got killed. But yeah, that's something that's required as per the CSAS 16 here in Canada. So that's something that comes up for anything like that. It's kind of cool that we're all talking about this though, because again, we're all using different codes. It's just it's interesting to talk about this. Yeah, so I just got killed, so I guess that's the end of my my play on this. Again, I really don't know what to put in the background, so this is the game my wife recommended. I was gonna do. I gotta work on a 3-season room for my house. That's a project that we got going on next year, so I was gonna throw it in the background. I couldn't get Revit to work. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, yeah, leave them down below. Let's talk about stuff. This guy just got evicted. Oh no, and he was the imposter. Yeah, this is like a game that we played as a kid. I guess they made a video game about it, so it's kind of cool. The job market right now in Canada is tough for structural engineers, but again, it depends on location. Like a lot of the big cities don't have as many openings, and again, that's where the race to the bottom really happens. Like people are fighting for pennies on the dollar for the job just to get working. Like you have senior engineers with 20-30 years experience that they're taking like jobs at entry level wages. So it's not good. However, in the city I'm in, like there is a big need for structural engineers in terms of and that's another conversation to have. Is we have a big need for structural engineers, but structural engineers with relevant experience. So people that could kind of come in and understand. Well, it's kind of a different discussion too. Like at our firm, we do a lot of projects, but they're all fairly small. Like we don't like a project will last 2 weeks is a fairly long one. So you have to be pretty versatile to be able to kind of work in this area. A lot of the big companies like that, the larger 1,000, 2,000 people companies, those people seem a little bit more saturated. Like they still haven't recovered from the whole pandemic. So that's something to keep in mind. But yeah, like how's the job market in the UK there, Rizwan? Yeah, feel free to come in and join this game. Again, I'm still learning how this all works. I just got killed, so. Yeah, Revit's Revit, that's what we use at our office. And to be honest, I'm not the expert at that yet. So we have some techs and drafts at our office who are kind of showing me how to use it. I typically just lay out like the basics, and then the detailing is all up to them. Like they're the ones with the experience. So yeah, I just know the basics in Revit. I don't know how to do the fancy modeling and the fancy drafting. Like that's not unfortunately that's not my area of expertise. Everywhere I've worked, it's been mostly around understanding the print. Like you kind of had drafters that did that, unfortunately. So I've been lucky enough in that sense to focus mostly on the engineering side. But yeah, I know a lot of like some of our colleagues that I've worked with, like they're like either Revit or AutoCAD power users, and again, my AutoCAD skills are not the best either. What kind of drafting software do you guys typically use? That's kind of weird talking about engineering while playing this this kid's game. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, this thing. Tekla's cool, but like it's again, like what kind of structures are you guys working on? Is it mostly like, are you guys doing like connections design? Is that what you do? Tekla, I've worked a lot of the drafters I had worked with it, but again, it's primarily on the connections design side because in Canada here, connections designer and the engineer of record are two different people. Um, Yeah, AutoCAD seems to debate like that's the kind of the catch-all, right? Like if you could do AutoCAD, you could pretty much learn anything else. Like it's as long as you understand the drafting principles. What I am seeing though is a lot more engineers are switching to drafting their own projects because back in the day, like the older style engineers they didn't grow up with the computers like we did. So I'm seeing a lot more of that. So what are you guys up to today? How's the weather? We're at -2 today, and everything's frozen. So we haven't had a big snowfall yet, but everything's still frozen. Transmission tower. Yeah. So again, you're dealing mostly like you're sending your Jitender, you're sending your drawings directly to the fabricator, is what I'm understanding. Like you're not just to get parts drawings. So I'm assuming you do all the connections design as well, right? How's the audio and the stream quality? Is everything okay? Also, is this something you guys want to keep doing, like the stream thing with like this random game in the background? I know there's not a lot of viewers, but I just figured, yeah, that's like if that's something you guys like, if or whatever, we could keep this going. It's a little different, but yeah, you guys like this? Cool. Yeah, no, again, like I said, like I keep saying, I just want to get a community of people that are, around the world and to kind of get everybody talking. I feel like as engineers, we're kind of siloed often and we don't talk enough about, some of the issues we all have, whether it be like technical, but the biggest ones are like the personal or the business issues. How big are all the companies that you guys work for? And how many of you guys are students? You want to leave that in the comments? All right, we're gonna go admin. Let's swipe some cards. Oh no, I just got killed again. Guys, this is twice in a row. I'm the first one to die. Oh, Black's the imposter too. He just walked by my body and I guess he reported it, so it might not be him. So Pink killed me, and then Black reported it. So I'm suspecting that it might be Black. Where are you from? I hope you guys don't unsubscribe because of the stream. I hope you guys enjoy this. Yeah, it's like geotechnical is a big field around here that there's a big lack of. It's there's not many companies that do it, and it's not very not a lot of people are specializing in it right now is what I'm seeing. So that's in my city anyways. I can't speak for the rest of Ontario or Canada, but yeah, in my city there's a big need for geotechnical engineers. Yeah, I didn't really know what else to put in the background. You guys have any suggestions for what to do, or is this fine, this game thing? Again, I'm pretty new to this whole YouTube world. Move some leaves. Let's get some leaves out of here. Right. So Jitendra, you guys fabricate at your shop. Like, you guys have a fabrication shop as well? Yeah, like, so Arnold, what exactly are you asking for? Like, the biggest thing for that we look for when I hire people right out of school, is essentially like the communication skills. Like, are you able to to talk and then express what you know? Typically, like, I'll ask questions that are kind of that I know are going to be technically out of what the person knows, and it's just how they handle it. The biggest thing I hate is kind of being told like kind of being like, if I know that the person doesn't know, I rather them just tell me they don't know, as opposed to kind of getting the runaround, and that kind of yeah, like I'm saying, like, it's somebody that can speak and speaks the truth. Like, they don't give me the runaround. It's somebody that obviously has some experience, but it doesn't have to be engineering related. So, like, let's say you worked in as a laborer. Let's say you worked as a maintenance person. Those are all things that we look for. Just that you have that experience with buildings. On the soft skill side, yeah, like somebody who's able to express themselves well, who's confident in their work, but doesn't kind of like, trust is the biggest thing, right? Especially like with our firm, like, we're a small firm. So yeah, trust is somebody that comes off as trustworthy, technically savvy. Yeah, like, is that something you guys want to see a video on, and like what I look for in an interview? I mean, there's lots of those out there, but yeah, like in engineering, like especially being a principal engineer, like you can't like you can't do everything on a project, so you have to trust your people. So if the first thing they come to you in the interview and they're clearly untrustworthy, they're trying to sell you more than the truth, then that's a really big turn off. So, like, if I ask you about, like, have you done, HSS moment connections, and you'd say, oh, well, I know HSS and I know like, the answer should just be no, and it should end there. I don't know, is that, I'm kind of rambling here, does that make sense what I'm saying there, Arnold? Again, I don't want to ramble too much. Yeah, so it's definitely black and pink. Oh, don't get me started about the COVID. So it's been pretty rough for us. Like, we also, like, at my office, we have a structural side, which is the side I'm kind of running, and then we have a mechanical electrical, but primarily focused on commercial applications. And in our area, all the businesses have slowed down. There's a lot less investment going in, so a lot less fit ups and mechanical electrical design required. So it's been tough. We haven't had any layoffs. During the summer, we had some staff go down to 50% to be able to kind of manage the hurdles. But again, like, we're a small company, and again, I'm a pretty firm believer in keeping your people around. So we made sure that we almost had, like, we were able to sustain it without laying off or firing anybody, obviously. So yeah, I think we had one person go down to 50%. And they went back full time. But yeah, the mechanical electrical division is pretty slow. Structural, we held up. It was not as good of a year as the last 2 years, but it's probably comparable to like 2017, I'd say, in terms of workload. There's still a lot of people doing work around here, and a lot of developers involved. So yeah, how's it where you guys are at? Like, are you guys, the people that are employed, are you guys still running with COVID, or is something else going on? I'll put that as a note there, Arnold. Oh yeah, that's too bad. Um, yeah, I've heard of a lot of placements getting canceled, and like, it really sucks because it's not the small placement that's gonna bother you. It's the lack of experience that you're gonna get compared to everybody else. Oh, we just found somebody died. But yeah, so like that's huge. Like the students here, like, were you guys did you guys all have your placements canceled, or did they stick around, or what kind of happened there? Electrical, didn't see anyone around. Guess they're all gonna vote me out because I reported it. So we'll see. Oh, see, 2 people voted for me. I voted for myself just to be funny here. What kind of work does your cousin do, Usman? Yeah, trying to figure out this game. It's a little harder than I thought it was going to be honest. Oh, so we found the 2 killers. It's Lime and Red. You vented in here. Yep. So we seen Lime kill and Red vented. Let's vote Red first and then Lime. Oh, I did Lime first. Oops. Yeah, right now we're working, let's see. Right now I'm working, I got a big weeping tile project coming up. That's mostly a drainage project. I got, what else? I got 2 residential projects. They're mostly like, they were built without permits. And then, yeah, they were built without permits. We're trying to remediate. So a lot of restoration. Again, that's probably, I'd say like 80% of my work is restoration engineering. So like fixing old structures or making old structures that are failing compliant. I do a lot of forensics engineering as well. So like telling, essentially like being kind of the doctor, figuring out what the issues with the structure is. And essentially figuring out the issue and hopefully fixing it. Oh, we're gonna get double killed here. Oh no. So let's vote for some red. But yeah, so that's the kind of projects right now. I gotta start taking more pictures on site. Honestly, it's so funny you ask. Like right now, I do a lot of timber construction, like more than ever. But my career actually began. It was pretty much steel and concrete. Like steel was that was kind of my bread and butter. So it's kind of weird how it goes full circle. But yeah, the last 5 years, a lot of timber construction. We still do some steel, but it's 1 or 2 steel projects a month, and then a lot of concrete. Obviously, all our foundations here are concrete. There is such thing as wood foundations. But they're with the frost here, they're just not sustainable, unfortunately. I'm gonna get killed. Yep, got killed. Oh, it's fun. I'm kind of. Anybody want to play this game with me, or? I knew it. Honestly, Usman, like I don't want more clients. I in terms of like on the structural side, like I'm pretty busy. I have a pretty good reputation in town. Like we have clients like all over the province really. So not trying to get any new clients, unfortunately. The clients that we have seem to come, and a lot of them are repeat clients, and that's kind of what you want. But yeah, like word of mouth, and again, that's kind of what I'm trying to say is like it should be like a lawyer, right? Like your lawyer gets word of mouth, and that's what gets them the business. It shouldn't be your lawyer typically doesn't go and advertise or show a portfolio of cases they've won. And again, maybe I'm a little maybe that's the wrong way of looking at it, but I just don't. There's something wrong with the general practice of engineering and the way people are viewing it. Whereas it shouldn't be a commodity. It shouldn't be it shouldn't be a case of getting more clients. It should be a relationship based and keeping your same clients and keeping them happy and working with them. So yeah, anyways, talking in circles here, but yeah, it's something I have an issue with the engineering profession. Like we should really value ourselves more and stop. Like people think, oh yeah, like go and get more clients. Well, it's not really how that works. Like the clients come to us, and to be frank, like, we're probably more expensive than our competitors, but we provide a different quality service and we have expert experience in the areas that we work in that are worth that. Yeah, for sure. Like if you're trying to get started, that's good for sure. Just again, make sure that when you do put a portfolio together, you're within your company's guidelines. So if you are doing a placement, make sure that you agree or that your employer agrees for whatever information you take with them. So let's say you're taking drawings, make sure you get them to approve it. Obviously, pictures are probably fine, but yeah, we. So engineers, that's a tough one there, Aurelius. Like, it's kind of a conflict of interest sometimes. Like I've seen that happen. Like the teaming up part, yeah. Like we do a lot of work directly for contractors, but some people do say like, oh, why don't I start a contracting company? And that to me becomes a conflict of interest. Like I don't want to start designing a project for a client and then ending up having my company, who's a contractor, build it. That to me just seems like a conflict of interest in an area that could have, some questionable repercussions. And I have done projects outside of Canada. I did some work in the U.S., but not much. Like, and to be honest, I don't do it anymore. It was more of a headache than anything else. We have so much business in town that I don't find we need to go anywhere else. This is the most video games I've done in years. I don't know. I don't really play video games at all. It's just something my wife kind of recommended to put in the background. Crewmate. So it's one of us four. So I'm gonna go start the reactor. So this is like Simon Says. So just do what it tells you to do. Well, I got killed again. Alright guys, well I think that's it for today. Maybe we'll do this again next week if you guys are into it or whatever. Let me know if you guys do you guys want to see this again? Like I know we didn't get a ton of viewers, but this was kind of a last minute thing. Let me know if that's what you guys want to do, and then we can do it again. Did you guys enjoy this at all? Like, can you guys leave it down in the comments? Like, do a W if you guys want to see me do this again. Yeah, you want to ski? Okay, sounds good. Alright guys, have a good weekend, and hopefully the week is good and the weather sticks around. Perfect. See you guys.